Hello, this is Marek from Trading Academy. Really, I'm glad to welcome you at our today's webinar. Today's webinar is called Profitable Trades, but today's webinar is called uh, just a second. Why you should be interested in cryptocurrencies and traders' point of view. This webinar also is kind of special, more general for me, so I'll do my best to go through problematics of cryptocurrencies. By the way, fast introduction: who we are? We are a team of professional traders. We trade stocks, futures, forex, and cryptocurrencies. We have more together. We have more than 10 years of experience. We have people who were trading at proprietary firms desk, professional traders trading stocks, also people who have experience with education in cryptocurrencies field as me in the Czech Republic. Also, uh, for me, I've been studying economics and I graduated from one of the prestige universities of economics here in the Czech Republic. Our center is in Prague in the moment, where we have a team of professional traders and we trade through various markets and help each other. This is why we also would like to share our knowledge or what is in our head on the markets actually. Several trading scenarios and so on. We sharing with people and to make sure that we also give something back to people to learn them or to teach them to make sure that they are learning how professional traders trades and how they are thinking about the markets. For me, particularly for me, it's very important. Okay, just what you can find on our web pages and so on. Daily, we started streaming stocks per market analysis, the stocks we are thinking about, and we would like to trade it. Also, every day we put our daily scenarios on forex and futures. We also share with you our cryptocurrencies analysis, and usually our scenarios are working out. We have really high percentage of success rate. So this was just fast introduction and why you should take care about our content and why you should stay in this webinar, because this webinar is very interesting and definitely we will touch some simple points. So I will not waste time about talking about myself or our team, but we would like to share with you our thinking and what will be helpful for you definitely. Just by the way, you can ask any question during the webinar and I will be happy to answer you. Okay, sorry. Let's look about the content. Let's look at the content of the webinar. Why you should watch this webinar. If you are not familiar with cryptocurrencies, we will explain you why you should be interested. The best time to start now. Really, cryptocurrencies are in really interesting period in the moment. Also from a technical point of view of trading, very interesting position. Definitely check this webinar and be sure that you will take advantage of the knowledge in the end. If you are more familiar with cryptocurrencies, it is perfect because we will explain you some of our trading techniques and what we are using on the crypto markets. If you are more familiar with crypto, it's very good, really. And the aim of the webinar will be also our one of our strategy, what we are using to find entries in the crypto and exits. Definitely check this out, and I believe that you will be ready to trade this directly and to make nice profits in the markets. Okay, you can ask any question if you want. I will be checking the chat, and yeah. So, what will be content on this webinar? We will explain you why we trade also cryptocurrencies, even we trade conventional markets like Forex and stocks. We are mainly day traders and scalpers. I am able to trade Nasdaq in 30-second trades also, or we can hold the trades during the day because we like to rise our equity. If you are a swing trader, you must wait a little bit longer for your profits. We do not like this, and we are more focusing on fast earnings. We will also touch some of our know-how, new laws of price action and structure, which can improve your trading and profitability for any system you are using. I will use some of kind of techniques, Dow theory, for example, or also price action, conventional stuff, and one of the patterns of our horizon strategy, which is kind of unique. Definitely stay here; it will be very interesting for you. And you can also use acquired knowledge for long-term, middle-term, or short-term trading for any market, not only cryptocurrencies. The know-how we are using are applicable or on any markets, and this is why I am trading stocks in the moment, forex, futures, and cryptocurrencies. I trade, I think, everything what can be traded. So let's look at the webinar structure. And at first, we will touch the explanation of the problematics about the cryptocurrencies and why it's very interesting now to take care about their opportunities and or its opportunities. And also, we will look at charts and technical analysis of crypto markets. And then we will move to the application of our trading system on real charts and trade examples. And also, I will share with you tips for trading cryptocurrencies. So let's start with the actual situation. It's very interesting because let's look at the charts at the moment, and I would like to start with Bitcoin. Maybe you are familiar already with our video, which we posted yesterday or today, and it was mainly about the problematics of the cryptocurrency field. Just look at Bitcoin charts and why is Bitcoin very important. You know that the Bitcoin started trading, or the Bitcoin was introduced into the exchange in the year, I believe it was 2012, and after that there was rapid growth. You were able to buy Bitcoin or for 1 USD, one bi for 1 USD you were able to buy 1,300 Bitcoins. Now in the moment, one Bitcoin costs $9,300, and there is high probability that during the years the price will be growing and growing. And why it's very interesting. So let's look at the charts, and you see that if you were able to buy Bitcoin, for example, in 2017, on the price around $3,000 or $1,500, in the end, Bitcoin give you the nice performance of this asset, and in the end, the price went directly to 20,000 because of the hype. I had many friends, and I was there also included, that we were buying Bitcoin around the price during summer 2017, around $1,000, and then we enjoyed the ride. And also, what I would like to share with you is our exits. If you see on the charts this exponential growth. Also, we use these patterns on our horizon system. If you see this kind of grow here, like exponential one, it's really interesting idea, or it's very good idea to start thinking about exiting the position, because usually it means that there is a lot of emotions and a lot of FOMO, fear of missing out. So in this case, we usually liquidate our position, but it's very hard to spot the place. One of great trader I know was liquidating the position around $16,000, I believe, and it's very hard to, let's say, guess the precise entry or exit of the this kind of FOMO. This is really nice technique if you are holding Bitcoin in the moment, because you've seen similar situation in the moment. We've seen this kind of pattern we are using, this circle button. Also, if you are using volume, there was also a little bit rise of volume here, meaning that there was kind of accumulation. In this case, we would like to buy Bitcoin, and we entering the Bitcoin at the price around $5,000 here when we went through this consolidation. And in the end, you see in that 2006 the 9,600s. Okay, this was just very fast regarding the Bitcoin. technical analysis and what we are anticipating in the moment, I will just go directly to 4 hour time frame, and then we will talk more about general condition of the crypto markets, which is more interesting than technical analysis itself. You see that now Bitcoin is like trying to consolidate here in the zone, which was also one of our scenario, and we shared this with you yesterday. What is happening in the moment? Unfortunately, I was not hit by my by take profit, but there are higher probabilities that market should push it a little bit higher again. Even this impulsive movement is trying to, if you see this impulsive movement here, it's a little bit the dynamics slowing down, which is I'm a little bit worried about this. But if market is not able to hold this trend line and will go down, I will liquidate my position. From technical trading perspective, it is a good idea. Then I will wait for another consolidation, and maybe we can speculate again on the breakout. If market is able to push this to this level again, trying to retest that, I will be out, and then I will wait on the reaction here, because this reaction can be very fast. Or if market is able to break this level, then I will go directly with log scenario again and finding the best scenarios for trading Bitcoin. For me, it's very important to trade Bitcoin and not hold it, because for me, I'm more successful in this kind of scenario in the long term, as because of my trading skills. Definitely, if anybody bought Bitcoin in this low, let's say, bottom somewhere around $3,000, it was really great buying opportunity, and still hold it. I would hold it, and we have the same with many traders. We think that Bitcoin is able to perform really great rally and can be unstoppable for some time, and we will look why. I'm just checking the question if there is any. No, there is no any question. So let's move about the sentimental environment, what is behind, and why Bitcoin could go even further. And I believe that we are able to touch crazy numbers, which for some people are unbelievable. And why it is? Let's look at Bitcoin capitalization at the moment, and we will talk about that. Uh, I will just enable my Epic Pen to show you what I'm talking about. Our capitalization of Bitcoin is the moment $160 billion, which is actually not a big number. It's actually a low number. If you compare this with Facebook in the moment, the Facebook capitalization is four time bigger, and it's just one firm. You see that if you compare Bitcoin with Forex, where the capitalizations is in trillions, uh, Bitcoin is very shallow market, and the capitalization is not big. And also it's very connected to ETF, which if you are not if you are familiar with ETF, what it is mean, uh, I will just show you very fast. ETF Bitcoin is a very huge fundamental which could influence price of Bitcoin, and also interested and also interests of big players. And in the moment, it's we this year we've seen many let's say application of Bitcoin ETF from several exchanges and so on, like CBOE, and in the end, Security Exchange Commission always rejected the let's say application of Bitcoin ETF, of the reason that it's still a new market with no legislative implementation, and to make sure that investor will be covered by legislative, let's say, law and everything. And also they were not sure about the volumes which were trading on the CBOE and SME. At the moment the exchange field is a little bit growing, and also states and Western countries are interested in implementing the Bitcoin to the system and into the into the legislation, and if it will be, and we believe that through the analysis, also we've seen this in Switzerland and so on, that in the end they are able to do that. Uh, we believe that in long term, cryptocurrencies will be massively adopted by the system. And can you imagine if this Bitcoin, with this lower capitalization, how this could make effect on overall situation? It would be very nice opportunity, and just to compare it with gold, after approval of ETF of gold, gold rised up around 500%. So, and if you compare this with Bitcoin and in the moment at the cryptocurrency industry, the capitalization is very low. And what will happen if ETF will give opportunity to enter this interesting market? Uh, this possibility will be also achievable for big investors, big firm, big hedge funds, and Bitcoin will be very interesting, or any cryptocurrency will be very interesting uh, of speculation, or maybe some value asset to let's say uh, somehow working with the risk. You will have gold, you will have Bitcoin, and maybe stocks and so on. We believe that Bitcoin has its value, which is integral one, and it means Bitcoin gives you opportunity to your Bitcoins to be accessible uh, 24/7 everywhere you are on this earth. If you have access to the internet, if you have access to the internet, you are able to access your Bitcoin everywhere you are, and this freedom of transaction is not, let's say, common in fiat currencies. Definitely, you need to wait for banks approval and let's say another things around, like sister banks and so on. In this cryptocurrency field, you have fast transaction with zero or low fees, and also you have trusted currency because of blockchain technology. Uh, if you are familiar with blockchain technology, it is about blockchain technology is about really interesting, let's say, okay, it is about technology that, because of mining and mathematical uh, rules and power of calculation, you are able to work with big sectors of blockchain, which are mined. And in the end, I'm just talking about the effect and what it will bring, but it is decentralization and openness, because you see all the results of blockchain there, and permissions. So because of that, this decentralization and also blocks which are publicly on the internet, you see all your transaction in the blockchain. It's not true that if you are using Bitcoin, that you are not, let's say, you are like you are doing something secretly. No, blockchain is publicly on the internet, and everybody sees your transaction through the system, so it's very trusted, and you can trust this, and also you are covered by with the mathematical power and everything, which is behind the cryptography itself. So this is why Bitcoin is very interesting, and also this decentralization, because nobody can, let's say, attack Bitcoin at one place. In history, we've seen many projects which their own cryptocurrency, but in the end, for example, I read a lot of interesting books or articles about uh, some situation where countries or government itself try to ban these companies or these let's say moving groups. I'm just checking the question. Okay, if there is no question, let's carry on. So really, Bitcoin very important thing is openness. You can use Bitcoin wherever and whenever you want. Again, Draghi, uh, it's ECB, European Central Bank chairman said that he will use quantitative easing for stimulating European Union economy. Also, you see that this inflation risk again, and if you have cryptocurrency which will give you an inflation setups, meaning that you have only 21 billion millions of Bitcoin to be mined, you have certain number of Bitcoins to be mined. It's not inflation. It's not kind of inflationary attribute of the asset. This is one thing, and also in this economic era, it's very interesting that all Western economies are printing money. They're using quantitative easing for stimulate the economy to sustain this growth which we are heading now, and actually these tools are starting not be so effective because GDP is a little bit slowing down, GDP growth. So for us, it's a little bit problematic in the moment, and we will see how in the end this will end up. And we have several scenarios, and this is why we are using Bitcoin for cover our risk. Also, we are trading stocks, forex, futures, but cryptocurrency give you this nice opportunity to cover what kind of risk and also speculate on some nice movement. One thing which Bitcoin is not very good at, and it is volatility. And like stable currency needs to be stable to be, let's say, to sustain its power or its the stable price. Bitcoin is very volatile. It goes down, up and down through year about 50%. But in the end, if you are holding Bitcoin for long term, in the end, you should, or people are making money on that. Okay, let's look also at back to the slide. I'm just checking. Okay, we were talking also about uh, uh, ETF regulation and legislation which are implementing in the moment, and also the market situation. I will also check one of the things which was very interesting for today, and also very important situation or important news regarding crypto news. Mark Zuckerberg today announced their cryptocurrency, which is called Libra in the moment you see here. And what is interesting about the project? This is the first kind of project, unique project in the moment, which includes all the biggest or the biggest company, biggest influential company regarding the finance in the moment. And this project will be huge in case of impact on cryptocurrencies, because now you see that in the projects are involved these partners like Mastercard, Visa, PayPal, PayU, Stripe, but these ones are the biggest influencers in the moment, and you see that they are involved in a cryptocurrency project of Facebook called Libra, and in this case, they will be partners of the transactions. If you have Libra, you can pay through Mastercard and Visa and so on. And as you know, cryptocurrencies give you usually low fee or zero fee uh, opportunity to have this kind of transactions, and also are very fast. If you look if you look also on the goal, which I really like, it's about to give people opportunity to use, let's say, transaction without any fiat currency or without fiat currency in material form, but gives you kind of wide transaction through crypto protocol in this moment to everybody in the world, which is really nice project, and which will help you to or will help us or the industry to massively adapt the cryptocurrency. This is very huge, and definitely check this also, this cryptocurrency, and will help also Bitcoin and any other cryptocurrencies. It's really interesting, and many other companies are interested, like IBM, Microsoft. So this is why we are betting on cryptocurrencies in the long term. And if you compare this with quantitative easing in monetary policy and fiat currencies, which are kind of competitors of cryptocurrencies, we believe more in cryptocurrencies in the moment than on fiat. Everything will be on the governments itself, and if they are able to just integrate the good attributes of cryptocurrencies, good attributes of fiat currency together, we will have really nice opportunity to speculate on Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency. Okay, let's switch also again to the chart, and we mentioned in our video this nice. Okay, this is my client at the moment. Let's look at Bitcoin chart on Bitstamp exchange because we have longer history there. And if we go to the weekly chart, you see that after every hype, there was correction in the end, and again Bitcoin growth very fast to this number, and again correction, and again you see first hype it was only $250. Next hype it was $1,100. And after next hype, after this huge correction, if you see how we went back to $200 around this price. In the end, we've seen this hype, which was really interesting. And again, we touched $20,000. If you look now at the situation in the moment, we've seen correction, which we believe could be the last button in the moment, and now we are heading up again. So definitely check Bitcoin situation to not miss out this train which is going up, let's say, and it's a really nice opportunity to check the situation and use, for example, some correction to enter. And also definitely check us. We will share with you our scenarios regarding the cryptos and how we are thinking as the beginning of the video of this stream, how we are thinking about the situation and how we would like to use our trading systems to make more money and be ready to trade the market at right time and the right place. Just very fast uh, check of our crypto analysis. Also, we are trading more markets, and we use our techniques for altcoin tradings, and so on. And we have also our research and people who are helping us with analysis. Definitely a nice scenario for Litecoin is in the moment because market break this important key disbalance level, and we would like to share this scenario with you, and probably you could buy Litecoin. Why also we share this Litecoin? Because Litecoin is very accessible for everybody. You don't need some special let's say exchange for trading that, and also you can pay with Litecoin very widely here in Europe and America. Uh, Also, after correction, we could speculate again for growth to first profit target, or the large profit target should be this area $180, or the first one should be 160. Let's look also on 1 hour time frame, and we will share with you one of our scenario we are counting with. In the moment, we've seen this interesting uh, bull run, and one of our horizon scenario, which is our strategy we use on forex. We are counting with let's say retest probably could be also this important zone we were talking about. Why? Because depends on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin will be stabilized, then we can speculate more widely on cryptocurrencies, if Bitcoin will be growing again. Usually, altcoins are a little bit steady or they are in correction. In the moment, we were counting with these key and positive levels. You see, market went up. We have this consolidation went up again, retesting this zone. We have fractal, and you can use this for risk reward ratio 1 to 1 this trade at the moment. Second touch is a little bit riskier, so then we are waiting. We take this profit. We took this profit here, and depends what market will do. If market is able again retest, then we will go with long scenario. If market is able to retest this liquidity level here, then definitely we would like to go again long and buy Litecoin in this situation. This is one of scenario we are using, and this is what we also teach on our courses of Horizon X trading, and also we are going to launch also crypto trading course very soon. I'm just checking the question. If there is no question, let's continue to also one of our analysis we are using at the moment. And let's go to weekly level or maybe daily level. In the moment we have this key passive level, as you see, and this is our Horizon X level, which we using for statistical advantage in the moment. And in the moment we are not long in the market. Even for example, Litecoin is able to perform well. This market is a little bit slower in growth, let's say, and if you compare this touches and dynamics here, for us it's not long scenario in the moment. So we are counting more with the red scenario, and this is why we also making sure that we are betting well at the right time and the right market and play in a specific place. And this is why we also use unique alerts for cryptocurrency trading. Okay, I think in the moment we touched the aspects. So just for just fast recapitulation, we've seen the market situation that market or the Bitcoin itself is in bull run in the moment. So perfect scenario for checking Bitcoin or buy the Bitcoin. You see the regulation and legislation. Countries are supporting Bitcoin implementation, and also we have seen uh, different approaches from different countries, but in the end, cryptocurrencies are very popular and the market is growing. Also, investment and interest of big companies like Facebook, Microsoft, IBM. Also, we see PayPal, Visa, Mastercard. This is absolutely different. What happened in 2017 when there was no support of Bitcoin actually, and we had bad news. And even then, Bitcoin was able to grew or was able to grow. So you see that the different sentiment in the moment, and we have positive news on our side. And if you look also ETF Bitcoin, ETF of Bitcoin is still in play, and if this field will be growing, it's very probable that soon or later the Bitcoin ETF will be approved, and in the end, big players could speculate or could use Bitcoin as monetary or let's say a kind of value storing asset for diversification of risk. And if you look at the global economic situation, really interesting era, which is very risky from point of trader. Many traders or many economists, economic mm, kind of people or people from universities are talking about negative interest rates in the end, that the central bank will need to use interest rates for increasing consumption and means also GDP. Very interesting scenario. I don't know what will happen, or in case of rising interest rates, it will mean that stock markets will go down, and in the end, we should anticipate big inflation. So we'll see what will happen. Nobody knows exactly, and this is why we need also different assets to count on. And this is we are also relying on cryptocurrency fields. We can also use gold and everything, but Bitcoin is not very familiar with people, and they do not know the advantages of Bitcoin. They see this only kind of digital currency, but it has really interesting value itself because of accessibility, and you are own bank in this case if you are using Bitcoin. This is why also people in Greece were shocked when in during the debt crisis, it was in 2000, I believe 12, 11 or 9, I'm not sure in the moment, but during the debt crisis, people were not allowed to access whole amount in their banks because of debt, and banks were actually were waiting if they will get money from European Union, and in the end they were able to in the end they did manage it. But what will happen if there will be no money printing again? Then we need to pay our debts, and in this case people with their money in banks will be a little bit will have a problem. So in this case, we are counting also on Bitcoin and cryptocurrency field. Uh, from long-term perspective, you've seen growth during 10 years and crazy performance, really mind-blowing. So for we have many plus. If you look at the balance, why we use Bitcoin, we have many good reasons uh, why we should also use Bitcoin as a risk asset, and why we should also put some money there. Okay. Also, I would like to give you some tips for new pattern, and why you should let's say watch us. Definitely learn more about the cryptocurrencies on the internet. You have many educational content, and it is free on the internet. Also, if you are more interested on professional tradings and how we use our knowledge of cryptocurrencies and our knowledge of trading and how we combine it, definitely check our Facebook page, New Pattern of Price Action, Instagram, Horizon Strategy, YouTube channel, Horizon Trading, also Twitter, Horizon Trade, where you learn more nuances also about our trading approaches. And we put there analysis of news and much more, and also our trading results. Definitely in build this knowledge, what we just shared with you and your strategy. If you have family and you have some spare money, definitely think about cryptocurrencies also. Do not rely only on banks if we are going to this going through this risky area. And also, if you are more speculative person as we are, also you can use this for your trading. And we also like people who are interested in trading, and we would like to help people to make constant income from markets during the year. And this is we also launch our professional course of trading program. We offer people stocks, forex, crypto trading, and futures trading. Definitely really interesting scenarios, and we have many clients from many countries in the moment, which are really glad to participate on this program. Uh, you will be learning you will be learning there from the actual situation of the markets. In our course, we go through our trades we did, and give our clients clue how we are trading the markets. Also, you will have access to the classes records. Every class is recorded, and in the end, you can watch our class afterwards. If you, for example, miss the class or you would like to repeat the content of the class. Also, we have our tutorials and classes how to trade on exchanges with leverage. I trade on BitMEX, which offers up to 100 leverage on Bitcoin, or also Bitfinex. where there is also lower leverage, but really interesting for, let's say, professional trading. Also, we like to trade on Binance without leverage on to long speculations also. Definitely, we will go through the tutorials how to trade on these margin exchanges because it's a little bit more difficult than trading usual forex exchanges. You can watch us trading real money with strategies we share with you and learn also on every class. The trader of and their students, it's his students, they will go through his trade, and for example, I'm showing to my students how I am trading and where I put my stop loss, what was my timing, and so on. Really, really interesting content. Also, we will review our trades every lesson. After every lesson, every student will have his or her homework, and after that, I am really glad to go in detail through their homework, and I am watching what or I'm listening to their explanations and making sure that they are understanding the whole content of trading program properly. And this is this is like individual approach and feedback from us. If you are on, let's say, good path to be a good trader or professional trader. And also we offer personal coach assistance if and one of our program is that we are more deeply with the person, our client, and we go through his personality type and making sure that he is in line with the strategy. His personality type is in line with his strategy. So this is really important, and we are asking him where is his problem. We go through his statistics to make sure that he's performing well, and so on. Also, me personally, I have also another mentor, and sometimes I need to also talk with him about some things because you need kind of feedback which somehow can be blind spot for you. This is why we also this offer for clients and definitely can be very handy for beginner. So I believe this is all for today's stream. Again, thank you for watching. If uh, today there was not more interactive in the end because of the whole context of cryptocurrency field and problematics. But next time, maybe you will be more interested in giving me more question about cryptocurrencies and how we trade cryptocurrencies more in detail, what kind of tools we are using, for example, for algorithmic trading and alerts and so on. Why do you use these ones and so on? Maybe next time. But yeah, I believe this video was very valuable and give you some hint again where you should put your focus on. And with these words, I would like to say goodbye and wishing you the best luck on cryptocurrency fields or any fields you are trading. For Trading Academy, wish you the best scalping trades on forex, futures, swing trades, and so on. So bye.